Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Miss.
And how are we doing this evening? Hi, Theodore. Hi, Brianna. Hello, Mrs.
How are you?
Elwood.
Yeah, I miss.
Hi. All right, so we are off to a late start, so we're just gonna go right into it. Okay? I believe we're seeing my screen, right? Before I get started though, so let me just give a brief introduction. My name is Sanika Pellington, well, Sanika Wilson Pellington, and I enjoy teaching. And what I really love about teaching is when students seem as if they're willing to learn, right? So I love that. So once I come here, or once I meet you anywhere, once you're willing to learn, then I'm willing to teach. All right. So Brianna, tell me a little bit about you, then Shanti, and of course Theodore.
No, miss. No,
Okay, Miss.
Brianna going first?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Alright, so my pet name and my middle name is actually Brianna, because people call me that, but my real name is actually Shaquille. I
Shaquille.
attend yes, Shaquille with an accent over the I and the N.
Okay.
I attend Excelsior High School. I'm currently in third form. My favorite color is sky blue, and I love I love sciences and Englishes, and I wouldn't say I'm a mathematician, but I love maths also,
That's
and
nice.
I also exactly love chemistry.
So in the future, you want to be
Doctor.
I know. All right, thank you, Brianna. All right, so the next person has left. So Theodore, you want to introduce yourself to the person who are not so familiar with you?
oh my God, man. My name is Taylor Petri. Basically, that's it.
That's it.
Yes, miss.
Okay. All right, thank you. So like the screen, you're seeing my screen, right? So we'll be discussing comprehension today. Very, very easy topic, I believe. Can someone, let me just start on Brianna. Can you tell me what comprehension means, Brianna? You there, Brianna?
Okay, can you hear me, Miss?
Yeah, I'm hearing no.
Alright, a comprehension is practically short stories that can read, or stories, essays, writings, things like that.
Okay. All right. Theodore,
Miss, understanding what you've read or heard, miss.
understanding what you have read or what you have heard. All right, so not bad. Like the truth and in fact is comprehension really means to understand. So if you hear a song, you hear the lyrics and you get what the artist is trying to say, that's comprehending the song, right? If you read an article, read something, and you get what the person is trying to say, you understand. So when someone says, read this for me and tell me what you understand from it, it really means what you understand from it. And persons can interpret stuff differently. Because what Theodore might see and Brianna might not see that, right? But then at the end of the day, we have three levels of comprehension. Which smart student want to tell me at least one of the levels? Shante?
Miss, I have the critical, the infernal, and the literal.
The critical,
The critical, the literal, and the Inferential.
The inferential.
Yes, miss, that word.
Yeah, man, that's okay. So we have the critical, we have the inferential, and we have the literal meaning. All right. So, Shante, are you hearing?
Miss, question, instead of writing critical, could it be evaluative?
Yes.
Okay, miss.
Yes, there. Let me bring up my screen. Shante, are you hearing me, though? All right, so let us just look. So our objectives for today, so after we have finished this lesson, we should be able to differentiate between the literal level and the inferential levels of comprehension. And then if time allows, we will go into the 5 context clues we use to understand a passage. All right. Shante?
Yes, miss.
All right, so this seems to be freezing. All right, can anybody tell me what the literal level of comprehension means? Literal level comprehension, what is that?
Miss, it's right there. You can see it in the notice, miss.
It's right there. So the answer is right there, right? Like the answer is like, duh, like you don't see it. It's right there. You don't need for me to dig deep. The answer is right there, right? So whenever you are given comprehension, they usually, most times, they will start out with the literal questions, the right there question, the see that question on the page kind of questions, and then afterwards they will move into the harder ones or the inferential comprehension passages. So what we're supposed to understand is that the literal level, like Theodore says, you don't have to look far for the answers. So if you said Jack is a boy and he loves to play, a literal question might be, what does Jack love to do? What does Jack love to do? Play. Yeah.
Play.
So that is the literal level. Like, oh, you just said it a while ago. So that is what the literal level comprehension questions mean. They're right there. Now we have the inferential level. Brianna, you want to tell me what inferential level means?
Miss, questions towards the passage: what, how, if, why, and when did it happen?
Okay. Thank you for that. Let me bring back up this. All right, so the questions are asked. Why? How do you know? When did this happen? And you won't see the answers popping out like that of the literal level. So you'll have to kind of search or read through the context clues or get a deeper understanding of what the author is trying to say. So I have a few examples there, and this thing seems to. Right. So we're there. Right. So like I was saying before, now, so literal comprehension occurs at the surface level. It's the right there on the page comprehension. So Tom is running to the library. He hopes he's not too late. Where is Tom running to?
The library.
The library. Simple, don't it? Like, duh. Right there, you just said it. Next question could be, wait. So example number 2, Lemar does not like animals. He hates to see them lick his cousin's face. A literal question could be, what does he hate to see? And the he means Lemar. What Lemar hate to see?
When the dogs or the animals lick his cousin's face.
So the dog or the animal licking his cousin's face, he hates it. All right, so the second level now we'll be focusing on today is the inferential comprehension level. And like the slide says, inferential comprehension is the ability to process written information and understanding the underlying meaning of a text, right? So you might see a picture, no word is there in the picture, but the person look quite confused or perturbed in the picture, right? So based on your knowledge, now your background knowledge or your prior knowledge, you'll know, so, all right, this person is not happy. They look upset, they look vexed based on the image, based on how the person's face is drawn in the picture. So an inference is a conclusion based on known facts or evidence. So you know when you are angry, how you look, right? When you're angry, smile.
No, miss. No, miss.
Yeah, so your face makeup, you look upset. It is shown on your face, right? So if you get a picture and they ask you, can you describe this person mood? Remember the person upset. You can even see steam come out of them ears. You're going to say the person is happy?
No.
Right, because we know that when someone is upset, it is obvious, it will show, right? So steam coming out of somebody's ears don't literally mean them happy. I don't think so. So the example we have here, so Sally has a new pet. Her new pet is big and brown, loves to play fetch, and goes by the name Bingo. Brianna, what is the name of the pet, or what is the pet? So the new pet is big and brown, loves to play fetch, and goes by the name Bingo.
So the pet is a dog, and the pet's name is Bingo.
How you know the pet is a dog?
Because a dog actually loves to play fetch, and a dog is actually big and brown and in different colors.
The dog can be short and black, small and black.
You said that it's gonna look like one cat.
But right, so the clue behind that now to tell us it's a dog is that the animal likes to play fetch. And of course, we know the song, there was a farmer who had a dog and Bingo was his name, oh, right? So if we never know what the animal was before, when we got these little clues, loves to play fetch and goes by the name Bingo, we know said the animal would have been a dog or is a dog, right? So these are the little clues we have to look for when we're dealing with inferential comprehension. All right, so question number 2 says, Mommy gave Javon a chore. Javon knew the steps in completing the chore. First, he turned on the tap, wet the plate a little, applied soap to the Scotch-Brite, and began rubbing the Scotch-Brite against the plate in a circular motion. What is Javon doing?
He was washing the dishes.
Was washing the dishes. So I did not say that Javon was doing the dishes, right? But the little clues we got to say the pipe was turned on, he wet the plate a little. Wet the plate could mean he might catch water in there for probably throw it somewhere, I don't know.
But then it said it was he used the soap and applied it to the Scotch-Brite. So he was definitely washing the plates.
Right. So those little clues, the little clues we get in the example show us that it is the chore would have been Javon washing plates, right? So these are the little examples of inferential comprehension. So it never said Javon is washing plates. It says he got a chore. And then based on the little clues or the ideas that were stated, we understood that Javon was washing the dishes. Look at these. So number 1 would be Theodore, you're number 1. I can fly but have no wings. I can cry but I have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I?
A cloud.
A cloud, oh, you know it's a cloud. Give me the clues. that helped you to understand that this is a cloud? The answer is cloud.
If it's moving without wings and it cries.
So what the cry means? The cloud cries but have no eyes? What does that mean? What image are you seeing there?
Really?
Ah, right. So when it's raining, the cloud or the clouds are actually crying and they don't have any eyes, right? So yeah, that is correct. So number one would be a cloud. All right, I see Vaughn. Is Vaughn there? All right, Brianna, so you'll answer question 2.
Miss, your teeth.
Oh, you know that. Answer so
Miss,
quick.
Miss, because obviously, it says it's perfect for cutting and it's white. Knowing me, knowing yourself, a knife, I never seen a white knife before. Yeah, there probably is, but I never see a white knife before. And
Mhm.
only thing we see is a white teeth. So you use
Oh,
a teeth for cutting, and you're using to crush your food and grind your food, and it will be easier for you to swallow. So that's also a clue. So yes, it is your teeth.
okay, so that is correct. So the answer is teeth, of course. Vaughn, are you there? Okay. So either Vaughn. All right. So either Theodore or Brianna can answer the third one. Let me see who will get it first. They get it first, they get
This is it a rock or a stone or something like
one
so.
bola. A stone, that's your final answer?
Miss,
That's your final answer, Miss? Miss Brianna? Theodore, what's your answer?
If you can read to the please,
Huh?
read to the please.
I didn't hear. Go again, Theodore.
Missy said to read it for him.
Oh, so although I may have eyes, I cannot see. I have a round brown face with lots of acne.
Miss, you sure I don't want stone, miss? Or dirt or something, miss? You sure, miss?
Well, the answer I got wasn't stone, so think about it again. I understood the answer. Let's look on the image. It's actually there, you know. So although I may have eyes, I cannot see. I have a round brown face with lots of acne. Look at the brown thing in the picture. What that look like?
Miss wants stone.
It starts with an I. Well, all right. So then the name we normally call it in Jamaica is start with a P. P-O. T.
Miss one pat.
No. What's the answer, Theodore?
Mr. Tottenham, it doesn't say.
Listen, the answer is potato. It don't look like an Irish potato.
No, miss.
Well,
Miss,
the
all that
answer
look
is
like one Irish potato. Miss, they look like one stone. Miss, I could have just say one stone and give it to me.
yeah, well. Since you alone attempted the question, are you partially right? It can look it look like a stone for real.
Miss,
Not true.
what was that?
Say again, Theodore.
It was not nowhere close. Oh, you have to give her a passing. No one miss.
But yeah, so the answer is Irish or potato. But then just want to bring the concept across that for all the clues or all the riddles that we just looked at, none of them had literal questions in it, right? So we never say the answer directly on the paper. You never say, okay, I am a cloud, I am teeth, I am a potato. No, but we had to read and see the context clues to get the answers, right? So I'm going to share something else, and then we're going to do it. See my screen?
No, miss.
Start share. Hold on. Seeing it now, right?
Yes, miss.
All right,
Yes,
so
miss.
all right, so quickly we're going to read the passage below and then answer the question. I'm giving you guys 5 minutes to answer the question. You can stop on question 5 for now. So 1 minute per question. Go ahead.
So I can bring it up more to the
Oh,
story part.
yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, miss, I can go down a little bit further.
Yes, miss.
Fine.
Miss, finish from 1 to 2 and 3.
Oh, you finished 1, 2, and 3 already?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Theodore, you as well?
Repeat, miss.
You finished 1, 2, and 3 already?
Yes, miss.
All right, so 4 to 5.
Finish, miss.
Okay. Theodore, finish as well?
Yes, miss.
All right, so going back now to question 1. So why was Kyle distraught?
Because he's feeling sick.
Because he failed the test?
No, he's got a bad report card.
Does he got a bad? How do you know this?
Ah,
How you know? Well, how you know Kyle is distraught? I don't know what distraught actually means. So it reads, Kyle ran into his house, slamming the door behind him. He threw his book bag on the floor and plopped into the couch. After 6 hours of playing Grand Larceny, the fifth, the seventh, sorry, he ate some pizza and fell asleep with a slice on his stomach and his feet on his book bag. When Kyle came home from school the next day, he was noticeably distraught. He balled up his report card and placed it inside a soup can in the garbage. He then flipped the soup can upside down in the garbage can and arranged the loose pieces of trash over it. As he plopped down into the couch, he let out a sigh and picked up his controller. Why was Kyle distraught? Brenna, you want to go first or
Yes,
Theodore?
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
Alright, so first thing that came to my mind was the whole sentence at large. Why is Kyle distraught? Distraught in the reading means worried or upset.
Right.
So he was distraught because of a bad report that he received and because he came home the day before, sitting on his couch, playing games for 6 hours and eating pizza and all that without studying. So when he went the exact day to sit his exam, he didn't know what exactly to put on it. So he was
Ah,
worried that, yeah.
all right. Thank you so much for that. Good job. All right. I'm Theodore. Question 2. Why does Kyle put the report card in a soup can?
because you know, I can see and see it.
Huh?
You know what his parents to see it.
It could be that you don't want the parents to see it. Or you think, Brianna?
Anyways, I totally agree with Theodore, and also Miss because probably because the report is actually bad and he got a bad grade because he wasn't studying. He was afraid of the punishments that he will get and not being able to play back his games again.
All right. So you put it in the soup can. Can anybody relate to that? Receiving a bad report or a bad test paper and just say, you know what? This is just for my eyes only. I'm going to get rid of this. Anybody? I know my students are good inside here, so they won't throw away their test papers, right?
Miss,
Yes.
Miss,
You did it before?
let us not talk about that at this moment.
All right, Brianna, no problem. All right. But remember, now, when they throw away the test papers, remember the report is there, right? So the next question number 3 says, why was Kyle's report card good? Was Kyle's report card good or bad, and why was it like that? So I think it's Brianna's own now. Yeah.
It was bad to me because he didn't do any studying. Only thing he did was to please himself rather than actually getting good grades on his exam.
Yeah. Theodore, anything to add to that?
No, miss.
Right. And who would throw away something that is good? Tell me. It must be bad, right? You're not going to have your good phone, and because it's good, you just say, okay, let me just throw you in the bin because you're too good, right? So obviously it must be something bad. People don't normally throw away good stuff. So because his report card was bad, that's the reason why it ended in the garbage bin. So the next one, may I have a reader?
And I read. Anastasia sat by the fountain in the park with her head in her palms. She was weeping mournfully, and her clothing was disheveled. In between gaps and sobs, Anastasia cried out a name. Oh, John. And then her cell phone beat. Her hand ran into her purse and her heart fluttered. The text message was from John. She opened up the message and read the few bare words. I need to get back my jacket from you. And Natasha threw her head into her arms and continued sobbing.
Okay, thank you. All right. What relationship do John and Anastasia have, in your own words? Or based on the clues you got from the passage?
If they were partners,
They were partners. Tell me why you say that, Theodore.
Miss, let me answer, Miss. Sorry, let me answer to you. Miss, this scenario is a relationship, something. So, you see, if he sent her the message and said, I need to get back my jacket from you. So that means, say, the rain must have fall and then the jacket for she go her yard. And she took the jacket and she did cry because she didn't miss him and she didn't want to see him. And what about foolishness relationship, something.
All right, so I would agree it's a relationship. I would definitely agree that it's a relationship. But why was Anastasia crying though? Why was she sad? Who wants to go first? Theodore? Why was Anastasia sad? Hmm? Tell me.
Miss, let me see what I can think about. Alright, Miss. So at first, Bright said that she was sitting by a fountain with her hand with she was sitting by a fountain in the park with her head in her palms, right? So her head did upon her hand. And she was weeping mournfully and her clothing was disheveled. So
Before you go on, Brenna, what do you think that word means? This help.
miss, this shelf probably means untidy or yes.
Right.
So she was weeping mournfully and her clothes was disheveled. So probably somebody did fear she get attacked, she was robbed, or something like so. And then the next sentence says, in between gaps and subs, Anastasia cried out a name, oh John, and her cell phone beeped. So the first part, she probably does say she did want her moral support beside of her to get through whatever she was going through and what happened with her. And when her phone went off and beeped, she was expecting a good news. I said, yes, you can come see her or whatever.
Mm.
The next sentence says, she ran into her purse and her heart was flustered. The text message was from John. She opened up the message and read the few words. I need to get back my jacket from you. So that part, it triggers off and say probably because him break up with her, him just leave her one side, drop her so. Dash away. You know what? Dash away the goods. Yes, miss. Dash away and left her one side. So
Yeah.
that's why she was probably at the park crying and mourning and say she want him back. You know the relationship, situationship, something when I'm go on with. Yes,
Yeah.
miss. That probably happened.
All right. Thank you. You want to add anything, Theodore, after
but I agree with what reacting. That's reacting to me.
you think that as well? And then one of a few words would alert to that as well. Because then, like Brianna said, Anastasia, maybe I expect more from John, right? And it says she opened the message and read the few bare words, right? So if you're going to comfort somebody, you have nice words that will make them feel as if, okay, you know, but then him just say, I need but my jacket. I need but my jacket
But
from
miss,
you. Mm-hmm.
but miss, it's something a secret, you know, miss. Miss, I probably cheat you there, cheat or something. That's why I must dash for the goods. And tell her, say, she want back him jacket and dash for the goods.
Yeah, my game jacket. That's true. It could have been that. I mean, it's your understanding or your interpretation of it. But the obvious thing is that she was sad and it looked as if him not 2 to 1 be with her anymore, right? So
Dash for the borrowed goods. Yes,
right.
yes.
So based on that now, we understand that we're looking at the inferential level, right? So it did not say Anastasia was sad. Nowhere in it said or point that out that she was sad. But then the little clues we got, her head in her palm, she was sobbing. A part says that, right? She was crying. So that showed that she was sad without even the writer saying she was sad. So we're going to the next one. We did this one already.
No, miss.
All right, let's read. So may I give you 2-3 minutes?
Finish, miss.
All right. Theodore finish as well?
Hold on, again.
Okay.
All right, okay.
All right. So who wants to go first? So one person answer number 6, one answer number 7.
We'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What number 6? What time was that happening? Yes, he was late. Really being why I say that I should say. When she realized when in the passage, when she looked at the clock, it was 9:48 and she shouted, hold it, come. And then she rushed to she jumped out of bed, she ran the first OTC job, brushed her teeth in toothpaste, and threw her books in her book bag, then ran out the door.
So that showed that she was late.
Yes, sir.
You want to add anything, Brianna?
I agree with him, and probably because she went to her bed late also, that's why she woke up very late.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Your turn, Brianna.
And she was going to school. And you know, say I wake up really early in the mornings to head out to school and be at school early. So she was going to school.
So you don't take your backpack anywhere else? Only school when you take your backpack?
Miss, listen me now, miss. I only take backpacks to school. And I take handbags wherever I go. Or
Okay.
purses. So because we know she's a female, we know say her backpacks she carry to her school. And if it's, you know, she like carry like a purse or one strap, something that, you know.
All right, no problem. Fair enough. So she was late. That was the reason why reason for the problem. And of course she was heading, I believe she was heading to school as well. Because I'm not going to go out and then throw books in my backpack. Why? If I'm going out, right? So because she was heading to
Miss R
school.
L. Miss R L. can be a next scenario. Or else just put her with him in her bag and tell her parents say she's going to school, but instead she try man yard. So something like so can happen.
That can happen as well, you know. That can happen. But so the good thing about it, it didn't go further down. So now if we were to allow you to add to the story now or the passage, then you could just add that little part. But based on whatever
Yes.
we got, so she put her books in her backpack. So therefore, we would say she's heading to school. Right, Theodore? So she's not going to church, she's going to school. All right, before we go on, can somebody differentiate between inferential and literal comprehension level?
Yes, Brianna.
Theodore, you had said definitely, as in yes, I want to.
No, miss, no, miss.
Oh, okay. All right, so the question is still there. Can someone differentiate between the two for me?
Miss, so literal means the ability to actually see what exactly is going on.
Go
You're
again,
seeing it.
Brianna.
Excuse me. So literal means the ability to see exactly what's going on. You're seeing it. It's right there in front of you. And for this way call a word again, Miss?
Inferential.
Inferential. And
Mm.
for inferential, it's practically using your mindset, using your abilities to actually understand what the passage is talking about and reasoning
All right, thank
with
you.
it.
So you're using prior knowledge, right? You know how someone look when they're upset. So if are you know what they must do when they're upset. So if somebody come now and they kick over the garbage bin and just keep on ripping up papers, that will show that they're happy, don't it? So I am happy, so I kick over the garbage bin and I tear up the papers, and my face will show that I am happy when I'm doing it. So me doing it now means I'm happy, right?
No, Miss, it means you have anger issues and you have great problems.
Right. So it means there's something off, right? So then because we have prior knowledge to how someone must look when they're angry. So if we get a passage or a description and it is like that, we'll know that okay, this person is not happy, not having a good day. Obviously, she's or he is upset. So if Theodore now is to just sit outside and be gazing, based on that image, what would you draw from that? Theodore does sit outside and just looking. He's not talking to anyone, he's just looking.
Miss, something wrong with him.
It does say something wrong with him, don't it?
Yes, Miss, but that's something wrong with him. I'm gonna ask him if him alright.
Maybe
Him
not
mentally
hungry.
alright. Or if him hungry, him want food, or if him want go somewhere, or if
Mm.
him want me carry him go to the guidance council to talk about him problems or something. I'm gonna ask him if I'm girlfriend and give him bun or something. That's why him look like that. But sometimes I saw them seeing and so I'm have to ask.
Yeah, yeah. But then it will cause for concern because he's just there sitting, not saying anything. I will know when someone is okay, it will show on their faces. So for Theodore just sitting and gazing now, you know say something is up, right? So very good again for that explanation. And we're moving on to the final one, I believe, yes. Okay, you can read.
Finish, Miss.
All right. Theodore, you are as well?
You know, I mean,
Still reading, right?
yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to give him at least 1 minute.
Finish, sir.
All right. Brianna, question is, why is Kelvin waiting at the corner store? I guess it's Theodore again. Want to take that one, Theodore? Or was Kelvin waiting at the corner store?
I don't really understand the passage, so I won't answer that question.
Say again?
I don't really understand the passage. I won't be answering that question.
All right, Brianna.
Kelvin. Kelvin was probably waiting around the cornerstone because he maybe kind of got himself in a problem, a situationship where he and some boys were going to meet it out. So he was waiting around the corner to see if they would actually show up.
All right. Are James and Kelvin friends?
No, miss, enemies.
Enemies? But James says, hiya, Kelvin, glad you could make it. That does sound like your friend.
No, miss. Miss, the only time a friend them are gonna say that to me is when they want something or is when something is going to happen. So they were enemies.
Yeah. But you think, Theodore, are James and Kelvin friends?
No, with this and the passage, I say, don't worry, Kevin, he even gonna show up. Kevin hope that he wouldn't show up. Based on that, I don't think they were friends. No?
So based on that, you know that they weren't friends because Kelvin hope he did not show, right?
Yes, miss, and also miss, how you and the person can be friends as someone tell you your gang members they behind you, miss. Something is going to happen.
Like there's something that's about to show down. I think so. All right. But why was Kelvin so nervous?
Miss, probably because he was up against more than one person and it was just himself alone to defend himself. So he was just there by himself and there was more than one of James' friends. And probably because um Miss him know probably there's something wrong. Miss. For instance, Miss me love cotton candy and me see you have cotton candy. I'm just check it up from you, I'm teeth it and me eat it. I'm tell you say I good some teeth it and then run down my yard and while going home buck up in you. So probably something like that occurred and he was nervous because he know say it was him up against so much boys surrounding him.
All right. That's not a bad interpretation. All right. So I think one of the reasons why I think Kelvin was also nervous was the fact that I believe what's the other guy's name? James. James was bigger in stature. than Kelvin. Because then the last part that says, when James says, glad you could make it. When James said that, and the other part that says, Kelvin felt smaller. So I think because of the size, Kelvin knew that he was no match for James. And because of that, he did not want James to show up despite whatever happened that brought them to this current situation where it seemed as if a fight will occur, right? So he was nervous because he knew he was gonna get beat up. That's what we think, you know. So Kelvin, I hope say James does maybe change his mind. I'm gonna find something else constructive to do with him life because if he shows up, it's going to be a real beat. That is what I Theodore, why you think Kelvin was nervous?
Miss, Miss, oh, go on then, go on then. Miss, because he didn't have any plan for what was going about to happen, Miss, and he didn't know what James was coming with or who he was coming with, Miss. So I think he was nervous because of that.
All right, not bad, not bad at all. And then what in the passage shows if James had more than Kelvin? I believe the part that says the black four-door Camry with tinted window. When the windows of the vehicles are normally tinted, it means that something is about to happen, right? When the
This is
persons,
somebody a peep up on a peep on you.
right, or when the persons want to do say they want to do a drive-by, they normally have tinted windows. So it's not like James is a easy person or somebody that you are to play with. So once they give the description of the car being tinted, you know that all right then this looks serious. James looked like he would do stuff. So of course Kelvin was nervous. So I think that was the reason for him being nervous. Yeah, one of the things we are to also remember is that we don't at all the times we will not know what words mean in a passage, right? Again, the clues will help us. We call these clues, the special name or the fancy name is context clues. So based on how the word is used in this situation, this setting, this context, then we will know what it means, right? So context clues are really hints to help the readers to understand what a passage is saying, right? Right?
Yes, Miss.
Right. So I believe oh yeah, so for tomorrow I want for us to so we'll have class tomorrow as well, same time, 5:30 to 6:30. It was because I had started late today while we're here right now. And I know you guys don't mind. You want to be with me until about 9 o'clock, that's fine.
Miss, what you say a while ago, Miss?
9 o'clock. What about 9 o'clock?
Miss, you push a lot too far, Miss. Miss, just say it's 7 o'clock and then that's it, Miss. What you push a lot too far.
All right, so 7 o'clock then. So for tomorrow though, I want for us to look up the different types of context clues, and then we're going to have a discussion on it as well. Last week when no one came, I prepared a slide. I guess I could share it with you guys. So it's subject verb agreement, and it's something I realize that students don't normally get. There are many rules to it, and sometimes as students we will mix up the rules, don't apply the rule, we just do whatever we want because it sounds good to it, right? So we might say the boys. It might sound wrong now because we have attention on it, but so the cat and the dog is playing. The cat and the dog is playing. Persons might think that is okay. It is correct. But then if we allow or if we apply the rules, the rules of the subject verb agreement, we will know that once we know the rule, we won't make those mistakes. So if you want me to send you the slides, you can do that. Or we can save it until the class next week where we will go through it. So it depends on what you want. If you have already mastered subject verb agreement, because I know you guys are smart. I have bright students in here. If you know that you're smart and you don't want subject verb agreement as a topic, it's fine, But I know most times students have issue with this. So do you want a lesson on subject verb agreement or I could go to something else?
Miss, I listen on subject verbs agreement.
All right, no problem. Theodore, you agree?
Yes, miss.
All right, so
Miss, wait. Miss, me not smart, no, miss, me smart, I'm intelligent. Miss, but then again, I need to refresh my memories on the subject verbs agreement.
that's fine, no problem. So come next week. I might just send it to you guys so you can have it to look up or we can go through. But for tomorrow for sure is the 5 types of context clues. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right. So it was good having you guys today. I hope tomorrow it will be even more. So you can share the link with your friends that are in grade 9. And if you have other persons who might be in lower grade or higher grade, tell them about the program because we want to help the students in our country because when we help you, then Jamaica will be a better place, right? So share the link. Don't keep it to yourselves now. Share it with everybody, the cat, the dog, the rat.
Miss,
So we can have-
wait. Miss. You know something dog and the cat can actually learn, miss, but me want to learn more so that we can teach them too.
Say again.
So, miss,
I
okay,
think
miss, I will share the link with the cats and the dogs and the rats and even the mosquitoes
yes,
so that they can come to class and learn
everyone
and make
can
one
learn,
bag of
right?
rice.
Every child must learn,
And
right?
every
So
child can learn.
yes. So share the link and we meet tomorrow. Remember, we're focusing on context clues. So go and do some research right now. So when tomorrow comes, you can show me again how bright, how brilliant you guys are. Okay.
Yes, miss.
All right. So enjoy your evening and I'll see you tomorrow, God's will.
Thank
Yes,
you,
miss,
miss.
you too, miss. Bye, miss.
Bye.